So guys, welcome back again to this channel. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu jetted out to France and it got lots of Nigerians talking. They were saying that the country is not stable and our president is leaving to France. I would like you guys to watch, their take on this and listen to Barrister Darlington as well, what he has to say about Bola Ahmed Tinubu leaving Abuja to France. And not only France, he will be going from France to UK. Guys, just watch this video and please leave your thoughts below.
According to the President's Special Advisor on Media and Strategy, Bayo Ononoga, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will depart, that's according to the press release before he left, will depart today, September 4th, to commence a working vacation in Europe as part of his 2025 annual leave. Now, mind you, the statement says working vacation. Now, the president departed Abuja this afternoon and was seen off at the airport by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akube, the President's Chief of Staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and former Governor of Katsina State, Aminu Bello Masari. The working vacation will last 10 days, while the president will spend the period between France and the UK and then return to the country. Barrister Darlington, the president is out of the country on a 10-day working vacation. Let's have your take on the president's working visit to you. What's the definition of working visit, by the way?
In fact, at this point, I'm beginning to think that there is nothing chasing Tinubu. There is something chasing him out of Asorok. Seriously. For a president who's supposed to be at home with all the myriad of problems confronting Nigeria, this man is always on the move. What is chasing him out of Asorok? Is there anything in that place that makes Tinubu not to sit down for once? I mean, look at it yourself. Every month, every week, this man must find somewhere to go to. Meanwhile, there are problems at home that he's supposed to handle. Is that why he was elected? By now, I expected Tinubu to put a moratorium on traveling until the problem facing Nigeria is solved, because he cannot solve this problem from abroad. Tinubu cannot solve the problem at home from abroad, from flying all over the place. We have seen now that the so-called investors are not coming. We know they will not come.
No, but Barrister, when you say that there are myriads of problems in Nigeria, the president clearly told us the other day, look, my work here is done. The economy has stabilized. Insecurity, we have eliminated corruption. Insecurity is nowhere in Nigeria. So when the president has done his work, shouldn't he travel abroad for vacation?
Did you believe him?
No, but he said.
What he said does not matter.
Okay.
Look, if you know somebody who has never told you a truth since you knew him, at what point will you now start believing what he's telling you? No, tell me one thing Tinubu told Nigeria that it came out to be true. Can you tell me just one thing he told us? One thing Tinubu told Nigeria that turned out to be truth. Mention that thing. You can see. You can see. He was just consoling himself by making such statement, because the problem at home is still at home here. He's still at home. All the travels, how many investors has come? Initially, they told us that he had to travel to bring investors.
Okay.
How many of them has come, Mr. Okoro? How many?
Okay. Now I guess we have to interrogate all of these maybe on another occasion. But now
I'm surprised he just came back from somewhere and he's traveling again.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
No, but the president is entitled to an annual leave. He says it's his 2025 annual leave.
Annual leave.
Yes.
So this other one,
and in his own magnanimity, he decided to put, his efforts in saying, look, even outside when I'm on vacation, I'll still work for this country. Is there anything wrong in that?
Everything is wrong with it.
Working vacation. Everything
is wrong with it. He cannot operate from abroad because the problem is at home here.
Okay.
That's the truth. No, if I'm not mistaken, there are piles of files in that office in Asorok that Tinubu need to attend to, that he has not attended to.
Sir, when presidency says working vacation, does it look like he is trying to avoid transmitting letter to the National Assembly and powers to his vice president?
Of course.
Because if he goes on vacation, clearly, he has to do all of that. So they now come up with the word working vacation.
Exactly. You can see now. You can see when a man is not truthful to himself. You can see. That means he did not even trust his vice. But he told us he did not make a mistake when he chose him. Double speak, double standard. I said anybody that believes Tinubu can believe anything.
Anyway, Barrister, let's get into the politics of the PDP. Now, Fresh tension has emerged within the PDP as two factions are steadily struggling for the soul of the party. One faction, the governors elected on the platform of the party, have threatened a showdown following fresh demands by another faction led by Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, and his loyalists ahead of the party's national convention. At a meeting held on Monday night, Wike's camp, known as the Eminent Leaders and Concerned Stakeholders of the PDP, issued new conditions for the November 15 and 16, 2025 elective national convention slated for Ibadan, Oyo State. Now, those at the meeting include Nyesom Wike, FCT Minister, former governors Okezi Bazo, Abia State, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, Enugu, Fayose, Ayodele Fayose, Ekiti, PDP National Secretary Sam Anyanwu, Martins Amewule, suspended Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, and others. Now, in a communique issued in the early hours of Tuesday, day before yesterday, on behalf of the group and read by Autumn, as we saw in the footage, the stakeholders warned that the failure to meet their demands will render any purported national convention invalid, as legitimate members of the party will be disenfranchised. Well, the 6 demands are as follows. Number 1, fresh congresses must be held in Ebonyi and Anambra states in strict compliance with subsistent court judgments. Number 2, a new Southeast Zonal Congress must be urgently conducted. Number 3, the outcome of the South-South Congress in Calabar, already upheld by the courts, must be respected. Number 4, PDP should immediately conduct the Ekiti LGA Congresses in line with judicial pronouncements. Number 5, big one, there should be no micro-zoning of offices beyond the general zoning formula already adopted by the National Executive Committee of the party to maintain peace and stability. And finally, the national chairmanship position must remain in the North Central, consistent with zoning arrangement of the 2021 convention, where the leader stressed that the PDP is at a defining crossroads and that any attempt to sideline valid members or ignore judicial rulings will only deepen divisions. Unity cannot be built on disenfranchisement, exclusion, or neglect of valid judicial pronouncements, the communique read. It added that only transparency and fairness will guarantee a credible election. Now, Barrister, let's start from the footage we watched. That was the PDP stakeholders meeting, and the coat of arms of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was conspicuously displayed at the hall, and the monitors in front of the participants. I know that that's not a PDP facility, and let's assume that the minister hosted it in his cabinet, in his ministry's office. Should a serving minister use officialdom to engage in party business? We saw how the president hosted APC meeting in Aso Rock the other time. What have we become, Barrister, as a people?
In fact, I thank God that Nigerians are witnessing what is happening, what Tinubu is using Wike to do. Because whatever Wike is doing today, politically, Tinubu is in support. He could not be doing all these things, and the Tinubu will just be looking the other side. And you are telling me that Tinubu is not concerned. After all, it's a PDP affair. No. He likes what Wike is doing. That's why he have allowed him, giving him all the privileges to be doing what he's doing. But unfortunately, like every other thing in this manner, it will boomerang, it will backfire. Mr. Okoro, did you ever believe that El-Rufai and Tinubu will quarrel one day?
Okay.
So I have told you, evil does not last forever. It's a question of time. Wike and Tinubu, they are going to expose themselves one day, just like El-Rufai is doing today. That is why I am not bothered. Whatever he is doing today is temporary.
Okay,
yes.
All right. Now, Barrister, let's get into the meat of the matter, because, I mean, there are many talking points. The group led by Wike has given their demands for Ibadan Convention to hold. Numbers 5 and 6 of those conditions seem to present total contrast. And does this speak to the intentionality of some elements to continue to cause problems in the party? Number 5 says, let the position of the national chairman of the party come back to North Central. Sorry, that's number 6. Number 6 rather. But number 5 said, he spoke against microzoning.
Microzoning, yes.
So isn't that some form of contradiction? Exactly. Now we want the chairmanship position to come back to the North Central, where it resided before Ihecha was shoved aside by the Supreme Court, by the courts. Now, but we are also against any form of microzoning. So what does that tell you? What's the target? Who is the target?
You know, they want to cause confusion. Simple.
Okay.
They want to cause confusion. And they want to make sure that P2B does not come in. That's why they are talking of. Because when you say micro-zoning, it has to do with somebody from the southeast.
No, it has to do with somebody from a zone in the south.
Particular, yes.
Or a zone in any part of the country.
Because we have already threatened that they will not give P2B such opportunity and all that he wouldn't want P2B. So if they microzone it in the southeast, that means you are looking at a P2B.
Okay.
Is that not the target? Now let's look at it this way. In 2023, before the election, remember that it was zoning that pushed P2B to Labour Party. Okay. When they refused to give him ticket in PDP. Now there was a committee set up and headed by that autumn. The committee that was set up. The arrangement is that they should look at the zoning arrangement. And it was said that Atiku said that the zoning, if the thing is made open, he will come in. But if it is zoned to the southeast,
he will step out.
He will step aside. We can knowing that this thing will not favor him. He now said they should throw it open. We can with this same autumn. I don't know what is giving autumn.
Okay.
To be teleguiding him.
You know, I described them as the G4. But it used to be G5. Now Makinde has stepped out.
Yes.
Looks like Ayo Fayose is going to replace him because
he will still pull out. Don't worry, he will pull out.
Okay, beautiful.
Now, when that did not work, and during this thing that was thrown open, Wike lost to Atiku, and thinking that Atiku would choose him as a vice. When that did not work, that was when he started to become a new crusader, a new moralist, a new champion of PDP. You can see human beings. You can see how they have started the same thing again. You can see after the party have made their chairmanship to the north, Wike and his cohort are now saying that it must come to the north central. North central. That means they want to alter the equation.
No, because why Nigerians are bothered is because this looks like double speak. The same community where you said take this thing to the north central, and in another breath you are saying please we are against microzoning. And a lot of commentators on social media, even on traditional media, have said, looks like the southeast is the main target of this attempt.
That I just told you.
And you also said so.
Yeah, that's
right. What is it about the southeast? PDP leader, PDP stalwart the other day, Show said that that the southeast, that the PDP has not treated the southeast fairly,
yes, exactly.
so that they should take their presidency to the southeast. Now, we are in a situation where, according to you, the same forces that pushed P2B out of PDP exactly. What is it about the South? It seems like the Southeast has not produced. We'll come to that. Has not produced president, vice president. Does it fit into the conspiracy theory that the Nigerian state is against the Southeast Igbo producing a president until after 60 years of the war?
No, you see, APC and their cohort.
Okay.
They are afraid of P2B. Wherever he goes, if they see anything that will favor P2B, they will go and put to.
When a sitting president often travels abroad, people begin to ask whether the trips are truly for governance, diplomacy, or personal reasons. Nigeria is at a very fragile point. Inflation is biting hard, insecurity is spreading, and ordinary citizens are feeling neglected. So the optics of a leader frequently leaving the country don't look good, even if the trips are official. Leadership, especially in crisis, is about presence and reassurance. We've had so many cases whereby something is going to be happening in Nigeria and our president is out of the country. Just like what happened in Benue, when they had what really happened in Benue. The president was not around during that time. So the citizens are feeling that they have been abandoned in the middle of hardship. The actions of a leader can easily look tone deaf or out of touch. Right now, Nigerians are battling with insecurity, unemployment, and poverty. They have been suffering from bandit attacks, kidnappings, and terrorism are still spreading across the country. Public services is collapsing. Power supply, healthcare, and education are in a very poor state. Now imagine the president, instead of being visible on ground to address this, he is seen flying out frequently to France. The ordinary Nigerian, it feels like he doesn't share in their pain. It feels as if leadership, there's absence in leadership. Nigerians expect reassurance in tough times. The president's presence in communities, markets, and conflict zones shows empathy. Traveling abroad instead makes him seem detached from the realities on ground. and it weakens trust in government. The constant absence creates suspicion that leaders don't really believe in Nigerian system, since they always run to foreign lands for healthcare, education, or diplomacy. This widens the gap between government and govern. Anyway, guys, that's what we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you guys really think about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu jetting out to France? Guys, drop your comment below. And also, if you're coming across this my channel for the first time, please do well to hit the subscribe button, like, and share this video. So, guys, thanks for watching.